If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
And obviously, when you got Tom Brady leading, there's no one I would rather have in a 2-minute drive than number 12, and he just proved it again.
How dangerous is Brady?
Well, he's real dangerous. I just think that I commented on it early in the game that I thought those two quarterbacks, for young quarterbacks to watch and kind of emulate as far as how they play the game. I think Tom, having had a number of conversations with him about the position, there's a reason why he's won as many games as he has. And yes, he's had good players around him. He's had good coaching around him, all those things. But Tom understands all the little details of the game and what it takes to play winning football. And he did that in the biggest game of the year for him yesterday.
I've never seen anything like this. This was the most amazing game I've ever witnessed. And maybe I'm being a little prisoner of the moment, but I don't think so. It's starting to sink in. That was the most improbable comeback in all of sports history, where there was no way, because the New England Patriots of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were all-time bad, followed by all-time great. All-time great. And I did say that back when we launched the show on September 6th. I said, this is going to be the year, Brady. He's going to be the Super Bowl MVP. But not in my wildest dreams or nightmares did I ever see it happening like that happened. And I'm ready to plunge and go this far, and we'll talk about this throughout the show. But for me, I'm the biggest Michael Jordan fan on the planet, but now I have to be objective. I believe that last night, Tom Brady didn't just eclipse the great Joe Montana within the confines of Super Bowl and NFL. I believe last night, Tom Brady eclipsed the man, MJ, Michael Jordan, as the greatest clutch player in all of sports history. When you look at his Super Bowl resume, and we'll get into it more in detail later, but what he pulled off last night was flat out impossible.
The greater the pressure, the better he performs. You know, I saw that his first year, 17 years ago. We're playing golf competitively. He was my partner, thank God. And on the 16th hole, he had to make like a 17-foot putt. And there was another NFL player playing with us who was in the same range. Tommy sunk it. It's just the way it is.
You have two big ones for the fourth quarter and then overtime. What allows him to just keep doing it?
To him?
Tom Brady, yeah.
I think it's just his fight, his competition, his prep. It's in his DNA. There's a clutch gene. He's got it.
Uh-oh, here he comes. And from that moment on, the stats, think of these. From 28 to 3 down, he goes 26 of 33 for 284 with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. New England from that point had 338 total yards to 69 for Matt Ryan and company, and just took over the football game. Tom Brady rose above that game and took it over the way nobody in the history of the NFL could do. And in the end, he did get to watch Roger Goodell present that trophy to Bob Kraft, who just delighted in it. He just reveled in it, right? Sweetest ever, right? And Tom Brady did accept the handshake from Roger Goodell because he's a classy individual, and he wasn't going to leave him hanging on that one, though I wish he would have. And in the end,
come on now.
Well, seriously,
not on that stage.
Not on that stage. But in the end, Tom Brady managed to beat Roger Goodell by not only saving his legacy that Roger attempted to tarnish, if not wreck, but he enhanced it last night by starting off so poorly and finishing so all-time great.
I think the fact that Tom has played in the Northeast as long as he has and played in those conditions, he's aware of it. He'll be able to communicate that to some of those players who aren't accustomed to it. And I think Tom will play well as a result of it. I think he's actually very much looking forward to the conditions.
Does it get old for you guys, either seeing how calm he is in these situations or him continuing to deliver in these situations?
No, it doesn't get old. I mean, there's been times where we didn't do it, and there's been times we have, and, thankfully we did it again. And, You know, he's the one who leads the charge there. I mean, it was unbelievable.
If I would have told you 15 years ago that the guy who was a second-year quarterback just kind of managing the game for them, Tom Brady, would 15 years later be widely regarded as, if not the greatest quarterback ever, right there into the discussion, you would have thought I was a liar, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would have thought you were crazy. I mean, based on what we saw that year, I mean, I think he threw one touchdown pass in the entire playoff run that they had. In the Super Bowl, he got the MVP, but he threw for like 125, 130 yards.
It was we couldn't figure out anybody else to give it to, so we gave it to the quarterback.
And so, you know, nobody would have expected it at that time. I will tell you what you saw in those last 2 minutes, his poise, his ability to make plays, no panic, that's something that carries with him, you know, throughout his career. And really what has defined him is what he's like in those moments.
Tom Brady, think about this. 5 Super Bowl championships, 5 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter in those 5 games. That is preposterously, outrageously, case closed great. Joe Montana had 5 game-winning drives in his whole playoff career, and Tom has them in his 5 Super Bowl championships. And in the first Eli Super Bowl, Tom Brady took the team 80 yards in 12 plays with 2:42 to go, a 6-yard touchdown pass to Randy Moss to put them ahead 14-10, and that looked like that was going to be the game-winning drive until David Tyree happened. So it could have been 6 of those, which is even more preposterous.
And for Tom, he just knows situations. I don't know. I think it's a lost art to some degree because we're in this kind of fantasy world to where it's all about numbers and throwing the football, and everybody points to statistics to determine, you know, how somebody's doing. But I think that, you know, Brady obviously has the numbers, but he just knows what's required in virtually every situation to give his team the best chance to win. And nobody's won at a higher level more than him, of course. And it's remarkable. I mean, it really is. And I think that what Bruce Arians said after the NFC Championship game, I thought was really telling. He said it just took one man. We needed one man to show us how to do it. And I think that's taken away from the staff and certainly Bruce Arians. But the point was well taken that Brady came in and immediately gave that team a belief, and I think franchise quarterbacks do that.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.